Hello, today I'm going to try to defeat a clog. I have a persistent clog in this hot end here. Normally when I have this, my solution is to disassemble, remove the hot end from the printer and heat this rod till the iron is red hot and ram it inside to burn any PLA or PTG residue inside. Of course, when you're doing that, you need to remove any kind of plastic from the hot end. This is very dangerous and do it at your own discretion. But I've done it many times and I still cannot defeat the clog inside. You use the clicking noise. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this donor hot end here and to take the heat dissipator and assemble here. I went through quite a number of these hot ends because I'm a bit impatient and I'm treating this printer as a project. So I'm trying to learn a little bit about this. So let me see if I can disassemble this. I think this is the wrong wrench. Let me get the smaller one. Okay, I need to remove these screws to separate the heater block from the radiator. Okay. Maybe the clog is not actually in the radiator, but if that's the case, it's not a problem. Okay, I think it's free, not yet. Screw it a little bit less here. Well, I have to admit that one reason that I have so many problems with my printer is that I take any excuse to disassemble it, because for me it's a little bit of a learning experience. Okay, so we got separation. And okay, separation is complete. As you can see, this is even a bad case. There is actually a piece of filament stuck in this heater break, so I cannot even use it. Oh, of course, the reason it was so hard is that I forgot to loosen this bolt here. So this is why the separation was a little bit hard. Well, okay, so there is no obstruction here that I can see. Okay, so let's unscrew here. Let's unscrew the heater block from the radiator. Maybe I'll not even need to use the donor radiator. Maybe I could locate the clog. Okay, I can get some filament going out of the nozzle by using a very hot rod, but I cannot get the filament to extrude by the engine itself, by the extruder. So maybe it's not just filament. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, two screws out, one screw is out, the other one. Is out, and okay. Okay, I made a mistake here by installing this, not installing, but by putting this thermal paste is actually not required. Okay, mechanically I cannot figure, there is no obstruction, but if you see, there is one big difference between these two. If you can see here on this one, you have a liner inside, a PTFE tube liner. On here you don't have it, and the entry is much wider. So I guess the filament is not being guided correctly inside the heat break. Maybe this burned out. I don't remember. I was thinking actually this was all metal hot end and not have a liner. Oh, it's no problem. So let me put it together. So it's going to be like this. So my cables are on this side. Friction push it. There needs to be no gap between that liner at the bottom. Okay, it's too much force. Let me see if it is free. Yes, it's free. Okay, something is wrong. It was easier first time. Okay, something is really, really wrong. It's too tight. Okay, that was very hard. Managed to get it out. I put now some mineral oil to lubricate it, and let's try if we can get it back easier now. Something is quite not right here. Okay, wrong tool for the job, but let's just try to see if I can get some. Okay. Remove some excess metal shaving. Yeah, it's not supposed to be this hard. Okay, let me file it down a bit. Yes, I use a sharp knife just to file it down a little bit. See if I can get some. Okay, it's going down easier. You do need it to be friction fit. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. It's to be flush here, no gap. Here it needs to be flush. Okay, it's not going anymore by hand. Let's see if by screw I can get it tighter. Okay, screw. Need to tighten sequentially, not sequentially, but a little bit on each side, because if you bend it, you can actually break the heat break. Okay. When I get resistance, I go to the other side and I try to go step by step. Since the head is so small, sometimes you cannot need to feel if it is actually okay. Good. We go the other side. Okay, can feel it. Okay, good. Go the other side again. Okay, good. I can feel it. Oh, Too much tight. Actually got a false turn. Oh, I think I broke this head. It's already too tight. Let me try the other side. Okay, good. The key jumped, so it was too tight already. Okay, so let's put now this one, which function is just to secure the heat break in place, to prevent the heat break from rotating. It's actually not a bad design. It means that the heater block actually is suspended by two parts, the two screws and the heat block. So now let's put together this hot end and see if it's going to work. Let's install it on the printer. Okay, I can barely see it, but I think maybe I put the radiator block on the on the wrong direction. But anyways, let me assemble this and see if it can still work. Maybe you don't need to have the radiator in a specific position. This screw is wrong, it's too high. Let me try to find the correct one. Okay, got the correct screw. Let's get back to it. So, I don't remember seeing this machine part on this side of the dissipator or radiator, or what you want to call it. Hopefully this doesn't make a difference, but we will discover as we assemble. So I was saying this is a good machine. I sure it's not plug and play, but I learn a lot about troubleshooting, about assembly as I work on it. So I'm actually confident that if I get to, I'm confident after this that I'll be able to assemble a project printer from scratch after working on this machine for so much time. Okay, good. The radiator is in position, that end is in position. Because I actually believe that sure, plug and play is good, but from what I want to do, what I have as my future, I think I will need a custom machine because I want to do custom parts. Okay. Need one more screw. Let me find it. If the phone allows me. Low battery. Oops. Fan is on. Okay, let me switch back the sonic pad. Use a sonic pad. Although I think that it was a bad purchase. I should have just bought or tried to use my Raspberry Pi 1 and did a clipper. But okay, at least the sonic pads give me an idea what is the perfect clipper installation. So that was me trying to fix it. Let's try and see if we can extrude some filament. I actually had the old Raspberry Pi 1 that in the past I bought but I never used, that I could have used to do the clipper installation. But anyways, I was thinking I needed something plug and play, and I got the sonic pad, which also was a good idea to give me an idea what is the perfect clipper installation. So we preheat to 200 degrees and see if we can get an extrusion. Okay, we have 200 degrees. Let's try if we can extrude. Okay, no clicking, and we got extrusion. But since I got my lesson, and I don't want to repeat this big hot mess that I got from this previous extruder, I'll cool it down and just double check that the nozzle is actually tight.